Discover Canada study questions. For more practice, go to Canadian Citizenship Test Kit.com. What is the significance of November 20th? A. Sir John A. Macdonald Day. B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day. C. Victoria Day. D. Remembrance Day. The correct answer is B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day.
What types of matters are the responsibility of the federal government? A. Matters of national, local, and international concern. B. Matters of national, provincial, and international concern. C. Matters of national and provincial concern. D. Matters of national and international concern. The correct answer is D. Matters of national and international concern. Where did the RCMP enforce federal laws? A. In rural areas across Canada. B. Throughout Canada. C. In Canada and around the world. D. In the jail system. The correct answer is B. Throughout Canada. What did Queen Elizabeth II celebrate in 2012? A. Her Diamond Jubilee. B. Her 75th birthday. C. The 200th anniversary of the War of 1812. D. 50 years as sovereign. The correct answer is A. Her Diamond Jubilee.
What is another name for a provincial trial court? A. Court of Criminal Activities. B. Court of Trial. C. Court of Queen's Bench. D. Court of the Province. The correct answer is C. Court of Queen's Bench. What is the name given to the time when 2/3 of Acadians were deported from their homeland? A. The Great Displacement. B. The Great Move. C. The Great Relocation. D. The Great Upheaval. The correct answer is D. The Great Upheaval.
Who can make you tell them how you voted? A. Your boss. B. A translator. C. A family member. D. Nobody. The correct answer is D. Nobody. What does the Official Languages Act guarantee? A. French and English services in the federal government across Canada. B. French and English services in the federal and provincial governments across Canada. C. French and English services at all businesses across Canada. D. French and English services in all places and in all ways across Canada. The correct answer is A. French and English services in the federal government across Canada. Which province has 40% of the arable land in Canada? A. Manitoba. B. Ontario. C. Alberta. D. Saskatchewan. The correct answer is D. Saskatchewan.
Which of these is an example of a provincial responsibility? A. Currency. B. Defense. C. Citizenship. D. Municipal government. The correct answer is D. Municipal government.
What is NAFTA? A. North American Free Tariff Arbitration, the body that tries to free North American companies from tariffs. B. North American Financial Trading Arguments, the court that settles trade disputes in North America. C. North American Free Trade Agreement, a trade agreement between Canada, the USA, and Mexico. D. North American Financial Toll Agreement, the document that sets the taxes and tariffs for trade in North America. The correct answer is C. North American Free Trade Agreement, a trade agreement between Canada, the USA, and Mexico. In 2020, NAFTA was replaced by the Canada-US-Mexico Agreement.
Which of these words best describes the type of ballot we use in Canada? A. Chad. B. Public. C. Voting. D. Secret. The correct answer is D. Secret.
A key aspect of multiculturalism is that A. Canadians should try to live in communities of people who are like themselves. B. The two main cultures and languages of Canada are English and French. C. Everybody in Canada should know the language of their ancestors. D. Canadians respect the gift of one another's presence. The correct answer is D. Canadians respect the gift of one another's presence.
What effect did the arrival of European traders, missionaries, soldiers, and colonists have on the Aboriginals? A. The arrival of the Europeans had only positive effects on the native way of life. B. The arrival of the Europeans had a short-term effect on the native way of life. C. The arrival of the Europeans had relatively little effect on the Aboriginals' way of life. D. The arrival of the Europeans changed the native way of life forever. The correct answer is D. The arrival of the Europeans changed the native way of life forever. What happens if somebody engages in gender-based violence? A. They will be charged with a crime, and if found guilty, they will be punished. B. It is up to each ethnic community to decide how to treat the other members of their community. C. It is up to each family to decide how to treat the other members of their family. D. Gender-based violence is allowed under Canadian law. The correct answer is A. They will be charged with a crime, and if found guilty, they will be punished. What is the name of the international organization that worked to relax restrictive trading policies after the Great Depression? A. Business Trade Circle. B. International Trade Boundaries Commission. C. General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. D. Trade Council. The correct answer is C. General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade.
Why are Anglophones generally referred to as English Canadians? A. This is just a way to distinguish them from Francophones. B. English Canadians is just a different way to say Anglophones. C. The basic way of life in English-speaking areas was established by hundreds of thousands of English, Welsh, Scottish, and Irish settlers. D. Because English is the language that people in these areas speak. The correct answer is C. The basic way of life in English-speaking areas was established by hundreds of thousands of English, Welsh, Scottish, and Irish settlers. How many nations were part of the Iroquois Confederation? A. 5, later 6. B. 6, later 7. C. 4, later 5. D. 7, later 6. The correct answer is A. 5, later 6.
Which of these provinces is bordered by the Great Lakes? A. Quebec. B. New Brunswick. C. Manitoba. D. Ontario. The correct answer is D. Ontario. How many working Canadians now have jobs in service industries? A. More than 90%. B. More than 75%. C. Approximately 70%. D. Approximately 50%. The correct answer is B. More than 75%. Discover Canada study questions. For more practice, go to CanadianCitizenship Test Kit.com.